innovation. And I think innovation is something that we all do every day in our daily lives. And what we're trying to do today is to share a new way to build customer experience, because we believe that if you can create delightful experience for people, you can improve their lives, and that way add value to them. Now we're going to start the event in a bit. We've started the event actually, but the first part is going to be a 5 minutes networking section. So let's be encouraged to maybe stand, sit down, chat with people, meet people, and then we're going to have the cutting of the ribbon by the mayor of Gloucester, Cat Williams, and then okay, and then I'm going to have a presentation. So my presentation today is titled "Doing Good at a Profit." So how do we do good at a profit? And there's an amazing technology right in front of us, Softlink, but I'm not going to talk about the technology. I'm going to let you experience it. So we have screens here, and we have two screens there where you can walk up to and share your idea with Softlink. And Softlink would build a website for you instantly, literally in seconds. And what I'm then going to share about is, rather than talk about the software, I'd let you experience the software, and I'm going to talk about you and I and the change that is going on around us. I'd share insight into how AI is going to change our lives, improve it in big ways and in tiny ways. And I hope that in the next 3 hours, we're going to hopefully have got some inspiration and share some inspiration with one another. So thank you very much. Please engage each other. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Pick up your nerves. It'll be fine. We're just talking and saying, so where are you from?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So I'm going to share. Engage. This is my oh yeah, effect. Yeah, because when I speaking, she has to use this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so please, and before she's done, please remember to take it apart and then put it back in. Otherwise, everything she's looking to that's or another thing to do is that if you don't want to remove it, you can just it's on. So let me just keep this one off. But it's mic one. Mic one. So this is mic one here. This is mic two.
Yeah.
But we're only using mic one.
Yeah.
Because it's just this guy connected to both.
Yeah, yeah.
Both. So
Yeah,
it's just one channel.
Yeah,
Turn it off. On.
yeah.
Then the audio is on.
Okay. So I'm just thinking. Okay.
You're thinking about
No, I was thinking about giving it to her now.
the max.
And then well, that's fine. But it's good. So with the rest.
Yeah.
Mine's
go for the cutting of the ribbon. We're going to have a short opening prayer just right there. And then we have the mayor do the cutting of the ribbon, and we can begin to experience the solution. Have you opened the audio?
Yeah.
Okay, you've opened it. Yeah, great. Yes, please. So I just pin this in here.
Oh, tech, I hate it. Right, okay.
Yeah.
There?
Yes, please come, everyone.
Most of the rib. Oh, yes. Okay. Right, I need to say something. Yeah. Yeah, let everybody come in. Come in here, guys. Because you're all supposed to go in like a flourish. That's cozier. That's better. Not so good for the photographer now. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this day. Your word says to do this thing when brothers dwell together. For this day, we say thank you, God. Thank you for your love and your mercy and your guidance and bringing us here. May your spirit dwell among us. Heavenly Father, we thank you. And everyone say amen.
Amen. Thank you. Oh, good morning, It is morning still, yes. Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name's Kathy Williams, and I'm currently the Mayor of Gloucester, only till Monday, guys, because after Monday, there's a new lady called Lorraine Campbell who'll be taking over. So we've had an interesting year, and I've met Daniel not too long ago, but we've already seemed to know each other really well. So I'm only pleased to be here today to support this venture, and I wish him well and whoever's working with him well. It's exciting stuff, but scary for my generation. My niece said to me last year, she said, Auntie, she said, come and have a look at this. It's called AI. So I looked at it and she said, say something. I said, well, do me a speech for such and such. So within seconds, I had a speech. And I hadn't even had to think about, so I should have learned about it earlier and I wouldn't have spent hours and hours thinking about stuff I have to say. So I'm sure, and for businesses and for people trying to move forward and do something good, this has got to be a good idea, but it has to be used in the right way, and that's my only worry. And Daniel knows that. So with no further ado, I wish Daniel all the luck in the world, and I officially say this is open. Thank you, guys. And now I think you all have to go back in and follow down. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Good morning, guys. I'll come at the back because I'm sitting at the back anyway. The aircon's a bit noisy. He needs to lift his voice a bit. That's better.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to announce a significant leap forward in our platform, which is Softlink.ai capability. As we gather here, it is impossible to ignore the quiet but seismic disruption that artificial intelligence has brought to the landscape of business, and by extension, our individual life. What we're witnessing in real time is a profound disruption across industries. Automation of repetitive tasks to revolutionizing customer experiences. AI has become the latest frontier where all of humanity are advancing in bounds and reach. It's no secret to us all that those who hesitate to take this risk are already falling behind. They don't know it yet. But amidst this transformation, one thing remains clear, and that's the true power of AI, the fact that it lies in its ability to make life easier for our customers and clients.
There's water.
Whether
There's water
it is
here.
anticipating their
And then
needs,
there's drinks coming.
personalizing experiences, streamlining
I
processes,
think the cocks
AI
are in
empowers us all to
the
deliver
cocks.
unparalleled
Yes, the cocks are in
value
I need to get the cups.
This is what we're
Look
here
at me.
to discuss today. A faster, cheaper platform to reach and serve our customers and clients without
Tell her first to get the cups in my book.
so in case you like
She's the one presenting.
over
What's her
there,
name?
and
She's
then you
her
have
name.
snacks somewhere.
Just this main parking here. Just put a couple of times the parking control and the car park here. Yeah. Okay. Good morning once again, everyone. Thank you very much, Ife. So I'm torn between speaking from my heart or speaking from a slide. I don't like slides, to be honest, but I'm going to try. I put it there. So I think I prefer to speak from my heart rather than use the slide. But I'll show some things on the slide just so we're aligned. And then it's not just Dan saying this. There's actually research backing what Dan is saying up. So maybe I'll start from there and show this real quick. Okay, at least I don't have to say, can you see my screen? Oh, great. So AI is limitless, but so are you. Now, how limitless is AI? Now, Elon Musk says, mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. And it's true. Like the mayor said, she was able to get, a speech in seconds. And you're going to also experience that you'll be able to get a website in seconds using AI. But beyond that, how will AI shape our lives? According to the World Economic Forum, 85 million jobs will be replaced by 2025. 2025. And that's, give or take, about a year from now. That's 85 million jobs. And I've taken the pain. I have some jobs here that will be replaced in the next 10 years that I'm going to show to us. And the top 25% of earners in the UK will be affected. And this is according to Times. And that's people earning up to £80,000. 14% of employees globally will need to change their careers. That's what it means. That 14% of the total employees we have working in different jobs globally will need to change their career, which means that. Okay. Yeah, just there. There's a car park there. Blue. Yeah. Okay. So 14% of employees would need to change their jobs. What this means is that first, they would be out of jobs, and then they would have to look for something else to do. Now, I met a friend recently. It's called Dave. And Dave told me that he used to work as a filmmaker in London many years ago. And then all of a sudden, he realized that his job at the time, because he used to work with analog when film was done with analog, not digital these days. And all of a sudden, digital came, new guys came into the scene, and Dave lost his job. Now, he tried to set up an agency, and he realized that he just didn't have the technology. He couldn't, leapfrog from analog to digital. And because of that, the agency failed. Now, Dave had to return to Gloucester and had to learn gardening from his brother. So his brother went, taught him how to, do gardening and do all sort of work. And today, Dave is a gardener. And so basically, from filmmaking to become a gardener, and thanks to his brother. Now, not everyone has a brother like Dave who might want to teach you something new. But if you look at the difference and the impact of just analog to digital, and you can see that it went from being a filmmaker to become a gardener. That's a big leap. Now, I have this experience personally. I'm going to share a picture with you here. So this is me right here with this camera. Okay, that's taking a bit of time. Great, we're there. So if you can see this, So I was with a camera here, JVC. Now, I lost my dad when I was 14. And my dad used to be a filmmaker. He used to be a videographer. And that was one of his cameras. Now, as I when he died, I never worked with him, never had the opportunity to become, to do any filming with him. But he had a team, of people that I was working with at the time. Now, when I graduated mass communication in school, I saw this camera. My mom was just arranging things in the store, trying to take away some of the stuff. And I saw it. I said, what's this? It's a camera. And then what's this? It's a tripod. And then a small light. Where did you get this from? He said, my dad used to use it for videography. I never knew you had the business because I was too young then. So I said, okay, can I take them? She said, yes, because I was in mass communication. So I thought, this is going to be cool. I'm just going to go back to school and say, yeah, I've got a camera. And, people would celebrate me as a mass communication student. So I got it and I tried to turn it on. It couldn't come on. So I took it to someone. My mom called one of the guys I used to work with my dad then and said, maybe he can help me fix it. And I took it to the market. It couldn't be fixed. So apparently what had happened was that alcohol had poured on the camera, when they went for an event, and it was just condemned. It couldn't work. But this is an analog system. So what I had to do then was either buy a new camera, or maybe dispose this and just forget about the entire filmmaking thing. I decided to buy a new camera. And this was a key moment for me. I went to the man and I said, I want to get a new camera. Can you get me something? So he brought a similar, analog system and said, okay, you should get this one. It's good. But something in me felt this wasn't right. I just didn't know. I felt this is a bit too clunky. It's tape. At the time there's MP3. I'm like, no. So I went on the internet, made the research and realized that there was digital camera. And I told my uncle, can you get me a digital camera? He said, yes. So he did. He ordered the exact one. So it was a Sony Andy camera, very small one. But apparently, despite how small it was way powerful than this. And I got that and I started my videography career. Now, that was a very key moment for me. And I had to decide whether to go analog or to go digital. Guess what? A few years down the line, I realized that the same man had closed the shop and I'd gone to start a different business, which is POP, some sort of roofing material. It was one of those that could not leapfrog from analog to digital. Now, we've all seen it, that when a new technology comes, people's lives change. And sometimes for good, sometimes not. And the difficult thing is that the livelihood is threatened, literally. And when a man's livelihood, or a woman's livelihood is threatened, then it means their world is going to change. People go from living in a certain way or having a certain lifestyle to having a completely opposite lifestyle just because they couldn't make the leap. AI is different. It's 100 times more powerful from just going analog to digital. It's going to change how work is being done. It's going to change how people interact with their world. And it's going to change how we live our lives. And so today, what I want to share with you is not to scare you about AI, it's to show you the possibilities. And also in it, to show you our responsibility to become like Dave's brother on how we can help people transit and take new opportunities. And if you're still with me, so I'll go a bit further and share this. This is why AI is powerful. The version of AI that we've experienced today, that many people, millions around the world have experienced, is the text version, which is ability to get information from AI, ability to get content, to say, give me something, and then you get that. But that's not the entire disruption. In fact, that's less than what it is. What we're witnessing now is not just AI. We're witnessing the fourth industrial revolution, where we have the convergence of technology. It's never happened before in our world, where robotics, AI, 5G, telepresence, augmented reality, holograph are all going to combine into making one product and making different things. What this means is that you have a robot and you can have that robot filled in with ChatGPT. So you walk up to the robot and the robot can basically tell you anything ChatGPT can tell you. You're going to have robots that can lift objects. You're going to have robots that can do different things. You're going to have customer service representatives that you cannot even see. They have no office, no closing time, no resumption time. They're available at all times to do anything. Make purchases online, make refunds, settle disputes, and do all sorts of things. And they're just on a machine seated somewhere that you and I don't know. And that convergence of technology is basically going to disrupt many industries. Now, we have some early expressions of that today, and I'll share some with you. And this should begin to open our minds to how our lives will be changing in the next few years. This technology is already being built. As at yesterday, I learned that Apple has signed a deal with ChatGPT to integrate ChatGPT into Siri. Because all the technologies that Apple and Co have done before, they realized that ChatGPT is just way, way better. And so I'm going to show you a few things, and I hope that you would see the perspective that I have towards this matter. So this is a warehouse in London. It's the Icado warehouse.
Packing warehouse in the southeast of London. Folks have ordered their groceries online, and instead of people walking up and down the aisles of the traditional grocery stores to pick up items, these little devices move more than 1 million items every day. Instead of trying to build machines that fit into a world designed for humans, this entire facility, the size of 7 football fields, is custom built to make this as efficient as possible. I cannot get across on camera just how incredibly large this whole place is. The top speed of those boxes is about 14 kilometers an hour, and they pass within 5 millimeters of each other when they move. So, how many robots are there in the hive? Well, that depends on how you count them.
What you're looking at behind me is the hive. We've got the grid, which is the metal structure. It's filled with products. So that product is housed within what we call totes, or these open boxes that you can see at the top of the grid. We have around 2,300 bots, and they move the stock around the warehouse so that we can pair it up with customer orders to be delivered. The bots will move in the X and Y direction. They can also move in the Z direction. So we have a cable hoist system that means that they can lower down a gripper assembly and grab onto the stock that we have in the grid. In some areas, we have as deep as 21 totes all in a line. We have sensors underneath the bot. That means that every time it passes over one of the squares on the grid, it has a laser underneath it that can tell when it moves over that cell. So it will say, I passed the cell, I passed the cell, I passed the cell. We have around 58,000 different types of individual products within the grid. We'll use the huge amounts of data that we gather to understand what customers are most likely to order and place them in the easiest to reach locations for bots. All of that combined means that we can have stock into the warehouse and out again from our suppliers into a delivery van in just 5 hours.
The robots deliver their crates over to the packing area. Some of that packing is done by humans, but there are mechanical arms as well. One of the big problems they've got to solve is that grocery packaging is designed for people, and the interactions between all the objects they deal with can be complicated.
Currently, we're standing underneath the grid structure that we saw earlier. The robots that we saw are actually dropping off products to the station. Once they're dropped off, they become in control of the robot, and the robot decides how to pick them before the grid robot picks up the tote and takes.
Okay. Warehouse workers, warehouse jobs, gone in a minute. So these guys are way more efficient than humans can be. As you can see, there's a bigger robot just down there, packing them up, picking the items and putting it there and then sending it, that way. And I'll show you how another video, right? And how robots would be in healthcare and how robots will be replacing Uber drivers. And I know for a fact that there are people today who their main livelihood, their main source of livelihood is actually Uber and taxify driving, and they make good money from that. So if you look at this is a robot. This is another robot. Now, okay, sorry. Now, this robot is called Robier. And what it does is that it works it helps elderly people in care homes, lifts them up, um, does a few activities for them, and basically can help them change, their position, and can actually completely carry them right off the ground. Now, this is going to be infused into care. Many more robots like this will be developed. Already, Tesla has a Tesla bot that is human-like and can also perform some activities. Today, we have robots that can do cleaning. And we're beginning to witness that with also IoT, because if you can integrate something into anything, right, this air conditioner, this TV, everything connected to the internet, it means that I can tell the air conditioner, go off, right? And I can tell the dispenser, can you dispense cold water for me, right? And automatically, all that just happens, which means less and less human interaction, which means less and less jobs. But AI will also create some new jobs. And I'm going to show you some jobs that have disappeared in the last 10 years, some that have disappeared, or some that will appear in the next 10 years. And so we can begin to see where we are today as people and what we can do to help others, integrate into improving their lives with AI. So if you look at this, going to scroll down. Okay. So these are 20 jobs that were common 10 years ago, but have become less prevalent today, right? DVD rental, stock clerk, well, courtesy of Netflix. Newspaper classified ads salesperson, courtesy of Google ads and Facebook ads. Those jobs are almost non-existent. Travel agency clerk, video store clerk, traditional retail cashier, toll booth operators, print photo developer. I know that job is gone. Telemarketer, newspaper reporter in some cases, due to the continuous decline in print media. Meter reader, data entry clerk, bank teller. Think about it. If you look at the way we're doing media today, the print media, why do I really need to take a paper if I can just say something and say, hey, tell me what the news is today? And I have a robot recite it to me in my car while I'm driving or something, or have an AI solution that just gives me the latest information. Why do I need to buy a newspaper that someone, got the news yesterday, printed yesterday, and it's just got delivered to me today, when I can have a news of what's going on right now? So bank teller, factory worker, bookstore clerk, newspaper delivery person, taxi dispatcher, retail DVD salesperson, customer service representative. Yeah, that job is going to be seriously impacted. Cashier at photocopier, and postal worker. Now, let's not look at these jobs as jobs. There are humans behind them. And that's the thing, right? It's easy to say, well, I don't do that. But if you look at the thousands or maybe millions of people behind those job roles, then you find out that that's really chaotic. It's more than just, the jobs themselves. So 20 potentially new jobs that could be created by the advancement of AI. AI ethnic officer. Yes, that job is going to be created because, ethics officer rather, because there's a lot of ethical issues around the use of AI, right? And we're going to need people to be able to, come in and make the space safe. AI trainer, big time job. We already have people who are doing those jobs today. AI trainer. What they're doing is, basically training AI models to get better. AI safety engineer, data privacy manager, human AI collaboration specialist. And I want you to look at that job really well. Human AI collaboration specialist. This is going to be a very good job. So what does this mean? It means basically, if I can go to a care home, for example, and say, look, what are the activities that happen on this care home? And maybe there are 20 activities that happen regularly. And I can say, look, 10 of these activities can be improved, done better with AI. And I can help you, or with these robots, I can help you integrate this into your solution, right? I'm going to save you cost, save you time, and improve. And I think the good thing also, because it's not all doom and gloom, the good part of AI is that there are some jobs that humans have to do, but really do not enjoy. And we can actually have robots and AI and different devices step in to do those jobs and assist those humans to do their jobs better. So in some cases, it's not going to completely take the jobs. It's actually going to, but what that means is that you're going to need less people to get more done. So if you used to have a warehouse and you have 2,000 workers in that warehouse, you basically need 500 workers and you can get the same output. Today, which is why if you look at the big tech layoff, Google fired 200 senior engineers. These are not common engineers. They are senior engineers. They've taken years to develop that skill. And Google said, you know what? We're sorry, guys, you have to go. Now, one of my mentors, who is the CTO of one of the major banks, and I'm not going to share the details, actually got laid off. And he told me it got redundant. And he said now he's having to start something new himself and, you know, be a startup founder, literally. Now, this is not an engineer in the company. It's the CTO, which is the Chief Technical Officer. And he said his role got redundant. Twitter came in. Elon Musk bought Twitter and fired thousands of employees. Thousands. Facebook has done the same, right? We've seen the massive tech layoff. What that means is that with few engineers or with half the engineers, you can still get more done because you have Devin. Now, Devin is an application that you just tell, hey, I want to build an app. Can you do this for me? And it's going to write all the software code for you. So, which means what you needed 1,000 engineers to build before, if you have 5 quality engineers, I didn't say 500, I didn't say 100, 5 quality engineers backed with AI, they'll get the same job done faster, better, cheaper. That's it. So you have AI psychologist, virtual reality experience designer, personalized medicine AI specialist, AI assisted healthcare technician, AI assisted healthcare technician. That's going to be a new job. And that's an important job because I think that and sometimes as humans, we like to lay back and say, hey, well, maybe it won't happen now. Maybe I just need to keep living my life and not take action and not be proactive. But the consequences of that is that first, we're going to get left behind. The world would have moved on. Lives will be impacted. And it might be too late to catch up because you've been too far behind. And the other thing is that industries will grow slowly. What does this mean? It means that if you don't have enough people looking at a job like AI assisted healthcare technician today, it means that that industry is slowly going to grow. But if you want to be an agent of change, you need to look at what you are doing today and say, how can AI or technology impact this? The interesting thing is you can get it done. You can, because as humans, we're also limitless. AI can be limitless, but as humans, we're also limitless in our thinking. So we just need to be able to be proactive about this. Autonomous vehicle infrastructure engineer, of course, because of autonomous driving, right? Which is already growing in the US right now in San Francisco. So there's a service called Waymo. I don't know whether you've seen it, but basically you enter into, you order the Waymo from your smartphone, just like you do Uber. It's going to come to your location. The handles are going to show up. You pull the handles, you get in, and that's it. So I'm going somewhere. Please stay with me. I'm going to show you this. So let's have a look at this.
So I'm currently in Los Angeles. Actually got invited out here by Waymo to come check out their driverless vehicles, which are now operating in the Los Angeles area. You may have heard of Waymo operating in San Francisco and Arizona. These are driverless vehicles that will take you from point A to point B without a driver. Nobody sitting in the driver's seat. The application is somewhat familiar if you've ever used any type of ride app. The difference here is there's no driver in the driver's seat. There's a variety of sensors and components that make this possible. But anyway, I'm going to go take a ride, take you along with me, and let's see what it's like to move around LA without a driver. I'm about to lock in a destination here. It gives me an estimated drop-off time, and it also spots my existing location. So it's now telling me that the car will be there in 14 minutes. Car is less than a minute away now. There it is. The Waymo driverless car. Wow. What a crazy futuristic looking deal. Now, this is based on an eye case. We obviously have tons of cameras as well, ready for pickup. And I've got a button that says unlock. The door handles extend, open up. Cool. Good morning, Lewis. So then we've got this display here. We've also got some USB ports back here. You can see the driver's seat is pushed all the way forward because, well, you don't need room for a human driver. The vehicle is nicely appointed as well. We've got leather seats. Well, obviously it's in high pace. Kind of ambient sound playing, which lets you know you're about to ride into the future. So let's go ahead and start this ride.
Hello, from Waymo. Just give us 1 minute to cover.
I mean, I've driven Teslas and obviously vehicles that have some version of self-driving, but to have no driver even in the car or near the steering wheel that can grab it in the pull over if I need to. I can also play music, which I won't do for the purpose of this video. Then there's a menu button as well. Now the menu will let me choose between the map view, music, temperature. You can also learn more about the car, riding tips, and camera privacy. So, okay, so I'm going to stop to the point where this presentation is going to be more interactive. But as you can see, that's not something that is in a sci-fi movie or something that we're wishing. It's already here and it's happening now. So to proceed, now, for every good idea to succeed, it must be followed with a good story. Because if you want to get technology into people's lives and let it help and enhance people, then you have to tell a good story with it. And the story is being told right now. Let me show you something. So this is a book that my daughter, she's 4, she brought this book from the nursery. It's Harry and the Robot. Now my daughter is 4, and you can see she already has a book telling her about robots. Why? Because humans, there's still this cringe that we feel that, hey, it's a robot. Why should I be talking to a robot? You know, and all the elements of not wanting to interact with the robot. And that's the part that storytelling is going to help us bridge. Now, let me show you this. So there's a page in the book. As you can see the doctor says, that was when Mama rang in saying, Harry, no. But the doctor said not to worry. It's fine. A robot would be a nice helper for Nan. A robot will be a nice helper for Nan. That evening, Harry was very busy. He joined the painted. Harry made 5 more special robots to look after Nan. Now, of course, you have to tell the story for all age group. So this is the version of the story for a 4-year-old, so that when she grows up, she's not scared of robots. This is a film, a Netflix movie, Rebel Moon. And what you can see here is the intimate moment that the human was having with the robot. Right here. And basically interacting with the robot. This is another one. The robot saying, I felt a great warmth for the universe. Okay, the story has been told, both to adults and to children, just so that we can begin to familiarize ourselves, right, with robots. Now, as human beings, and my job as an entrepreneur is basically to look at patterns and use those patterns to make decisions. We don't need to wait for everything to happen. We can always predict the future, right? If you take these cues and make the most of them. So here's what we know at Softlink. We know that millions of people in the global workforce will lose their jobs to AI. Many people will need to change their careers. New businesses will be launched. AI will create new businesses and create new jobs. Now, so I've highlighted some in red, which I think are the negatives, and some in green, which I think is the opportunity. And we at Softlink are working with the positives and the opportunity to say, how can we unlock these new opportunities that will emerge from the use of AI?
So let me ask a quick question. If you feel AI is going to affect your job in some way, the job you do now, I'm not saying take it. No one is going to agree. Well, except you want to be honest. But if you feel AI is going to impact what you do today, right now, and robots and everything, or everything I've said so far, what do you think? Can you show your hands? Ah. Okay. So can someone share, how do you think AI will impact your job? Anyone willing to share? Okay, please go ahead.
I'm a data analyst. Part of my role, I work in healthcare analytics.
Yeah.
So part of my role, so for example, I might have a request for data from the doctor might send the request and say, okay, give me list of all the operations I've done in the last 5 years or so.
Yeah.
So because they wouldn't have access to be able to put data, start to write the SQL query and put data and the network is sent to him or her. So in future, there's probably going to be like a prompt, a generative AI where he could just type it in and just write what you want, and then it's data straight away.
Okay.
Yeah, so that might be part of my job. Possibly not going to take everything from my job, but part of it. Possibly.
Okay, so what are you going to do about that?
Well, learn new skills.
Okay, great.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, what do you do?
My name is Kenya. I run a law firm. I'm in the legal space. So what I think AI is definitely going to impact my industry. Already it is. So for example, I do like both for research and I'm also into like commercial transactions. And a lot of times we already know that we already have like that reality where we see you can go to go to the website and download like a contract. And I think even now there will still be development even for contractual relationships and obligations where people can actually go and ask AI, hey, I have this particularity about like an agreement, help me drop something. Of course, lawyers will still need to review just in case, but I definitely see that it can impact our legal the legal industry. And even in Nigeria, for example, the judges are adapting a form of like that area where they do like research, they have the research assistants, leverage some of all of this. So yes, definitely for me, I think it's
Okay, so in terms of drawing up contracts
and even like research.
do you think it will be possible for a robot to defend someone in court?
No, based on the regulations.
Regulations might relax. Do you think it might happen?
No,
I think it will.
it will.
I think it will. Yes. Yeah. I think it will. I think robots will be able to defend a client in court. Yeah. It just has to be a court, a court authorized AI or a court authorized robot. That's it. Okay. Maybe a robot will not be the judge, but but a robot would defend someone in court, I think. And one more person. Anyone else wants to share? Please go. Yeah.
Website layout or an app layout, or even just graphic design also asking AI to create images and also give it to the data to just like change the color of this or this. I think kind of very automated and have a great impact on graphic design.
Okay, so what are you going to do about it?
Someone who like people when it comes to career, just adapting to changes and learning. So what can I do now to work with AI, or what jobs can I secure that is easy to change? Like someone who trains AI or cybersecurity or data security. Something secure.
Okay. Okay, so we'll get into the best part, I think, of this presentation. And it's going to be maybe another 10-15 minutes. We're going to round up. We're then going to have question and answer, and then we're going to have a networking session. After the Q&A, I'm going to leave everyone to enjoy each other, have conversations, and then try out the AI solution. And we're going to have lunch, you're still here with us, and that will be it. So this is what we believe, that today's experts will need to create knowledge products. Today's experts will need to create knowledge products. So if you're doing anything today and you're an expert at it, you're going to need to share that knowledge. You're going to need to be an authority in that field. And you're going to need to build a personal brand to do that. That is where the world is shifting to. The world has gone from corporate brand to personal brand. But more importantly, I think that the world will evolve into places where knowledge will no longer come from places like the university, primarily. It's because the shift that people need to make from where they are today and where they want to be is going to be so rapid that a 4-year degree course or a 2-year or 1-year MBA, there's just going to be no time for it. You're going to have to do something now. And that's where experts will come in. What I like is that everyone in this room, in some way, we're expert at something. So either you're an expert in data analysis, you're an expert as a lawyer, you're an expert as a barber or as an hairstylist. You're an expert at something. So the question is, how can you take your expertise? How can you launch that? And how can you scale it? So personally, I started out as a videographer, right? As a videographer, my brother told me, he said, Dan, so I'm going to show you this. I think the slash for the weddings. Okay. So how did I get here? I started as a videographer. I was filming weddings. And then my brother said to me one day, he said, look, have you noticed that it's always the photographers that bring the videographers? Right. So people don't look for videographers by default. They don't look for videographers. They look for photographers and tell the photographer, hey, can you get us a videographer? And he said, if you don't become a photographer, it's likely your career will be dependent on the photographer. So I had to become a photographer. Okay. And in 2010, thereabout, I started my photography business. And I've been able to do some weddings in London, in the Cotswold, in Dubai, in Lagos, in Liverpool. And let me show you a few of my wedding pictures. Maybe, I don't know, if you're getting married, consider hiring me, please. Okay, so, okay, I can't sign in on this PC, but as you can see, this is what my photos look like. Yeah, so maybe just go up a bit. Okay, Instagram will only allow you to show a few pictures. So now, I don't think I was the worst photographer. Maybe those pictures are not too terrible, but I think some people like them. So now I had to change my career from being a photographer to become a marketing person. So I looked at what I was doing at the time and said, wait, what's the core of what I do as a photographer and a videographer? It was content. So content is not limited to just wedding photography. Businesses need content, right? People need content, you know, to commercials and all that. So I decided I was going to set up an agency and create content for businesses because Instagram was becoming popular at the time. And I designed an agency that could create all 5 forms of content: pictures, video, graphic, audio, and text. So basically, in my company today, we have copywriters who are seated. Many of them are streaming live now and joining us from the different locations. So we have videographers, we have video editors, we have photographers, we have graphic designers in the company. What that means is that we can basically create any type of content, right? And we knew that the world was going to be a world of content. So beyond wedding photography content, we now create content for businesses and content for personal brands. Now, whilst I was doing that, I realized that there was a problem. When we wanted to create content for businesses, they would always say, they would ask them, where's your website? I don't have a website. Or maybe some of them say, I gave it to a developer, gave some money to a developer, and he just made away with it. I can't find him anymore. Or he did an half-baked job. And I asked them, do you have access to the back end of the website? They don't. And we tried using WordPress for a few clients, but it was too many plugins, a lot of hassle, you know, combining things together. And the clients anyway could not even understand how to use cPanel and all that. It was too complicated for them. And we didn't want to be the sole managers. We wanted something that the clients can, run themselves, because we will launch a marketing campaign, but you're going to need to take it up, yourself. So we realized that we had to do something about it. And that's how Softlink was born. Now, before Softlink, people would come to me, young people would say, hey, I want to learn photography from you. Can you show me how to do this? And I can only have, so many assistants who were working with me or learning from me. So what I did was I put the knowledge, everything I knew about photography and videography, I put it in an online course, and then I hosted it somewhere. So if you walked up to me and said you wanted to learn photography, I just said, give me your email address. I put it on my account and then send you the login details. So you log in and go and learn everything. And that worked out pretty well, because at least I've been able to help, right, instantly, by scaling that knowledge, putting everything I know into digital products and being able to, sell it online. So maybe we can do this. So I'm going to show you what my membership portal looks like. So maybe this is the part where I speak about creating knowledge products. Okay, so I might need to take this out for a moment. And Softlink.ai. Content, click. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. Preview. And preview. Preview. So this and hi. Fully gmail.com. Okay. Okay. So okay, so I created knowledge products, and what I did was basically put all this knowledge, the content that I recorded, and I recorded 22 online courses. I put them in the membership portal, and then I gave access to students, from around the world. Some I sold them, um, and the others I'd give them, access randomly to people who wanted to learn something from me, whether photography, marketing, video production, right, anything like that. Now, what this helped me to achieve was that I could scale my knowledge easily by giving student access to my products. So, is there anyone here that you know something better than a few people? So, basically, you're just one step or two steps ahead of a few people. Do you think confidently that it's something that you know one step or two steps better than someone else? It could be anything in law, data analysis, it could be photography. What? Anyone? Show of hands. Show of hands. Is there something that you know how to do? Okay, something that you know better, that you know how to do better than me. Exactly. So now at least there's no one that does it. Now at least my hairstylist is here. He can at least do that more than I can. Otherwise, there's no reason to go to him to have a fresh cut, isn't it? Now, the question is, have you ever considered putting your knowledge together as a digital product? Either have you considered writing a book, whether a physical book, printing a book, an online course, or an ebook, or a coaching program? Have you ever had to coach someone to get something done? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, you've done that. Have you coached someone at work? You have. A few times, you have. But have you put it together as a product? You have. Great. Anyone else? Have you put it together as a product? Okay, good. Anyone else? Good. So 3 people out of everyone in this room. Would you like to put your knowledge together as a product? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think that in the future, you might find that there'll be more people looking to transit to what you do today? Or at least what you can do better? Because think about it. If I can improve or add AI to what I do and build a solution or a service that can be delivered efficiently with AI, better than it's done today, do you think that there'll be people willing to learn how to do that in the future? Or maybe even today? Okay. So the question is, are we willing to do good at a profit? And I think that's the key question here. I think that it'll be important for us as a people to do good at a profit. Now, why? There's a big opportunity in this industry. It's a $75 billion industry, according to JP Morgan, the knowledge industry. You probably watched some YouTube videos. You see some people, some ads, and say, someone would say, I'll teach you how to make money in real estate. And they have a unique model to it. And they sign you up into a program. And some you get results. Some people, if you don't take action, you don't get results. But those are experts sharing their knowledge. Have you ever seen a video of someone saying, I can teach you how to grow your business? Right? Either by marketing, strategy, hiring people, or raising funds. Those are experts. Have you ever seen yourself to be one of those people? Do you think that you can help someone get from A to B? Because sometimes we think that you have to be 10 times better than the next person to actually be able to help them. It's not true. You just need to be a step ahead. That's it. The reality is what we all are doing today, right? And the way we're doing it, there's someone out there that's looking to learn. There's someone out there that's willing to make the investment to get to where we are. And when I say out there, not out on campus, maybe not out in Gloucester, maybe not out in London, maybe not even in the UK at all. Maybe that person is in Singapore. Maybe that person is in Mozambique, or is in France, or the person is in Nigeria, or in one part of the world. What if you could bring these people together? What if you're the one that they've been waiting for to be able to transit their career, like Dave's brother? Do you think you may be able to help them? So let me show you what I was able to do. In 3 years, whilst using a different platform. So I was using a different platform from Softlink to manage my entire ecosystem. And I'll show you my CRM. This is my personal account. It's not a demo account. And what I can do here is that I can search for my audience with IP country and is on this particular account. Okay, so what I'll do is just add AI. CC, yeah. Also, sorry, I'm gonna need to do this and then sign in here. See. So 1, 2, 3. And an exclamation mark. Password. Content click. Okay, 2, 3, 4. In this. Okay. CRM. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. So you can see that I can search the list of my students, right? And this is selling online courses via Facebook. And I can search the list of my students here according to their country. So you have Cameroon, you have South Africa, you have Pakistan, Tanzania, Hungary, Canada, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda. And if I clicked on Kenya, for instance, and I searched, you can see some of my students from Kenya. Now, what I did was basically recorded everything, put them in this membership portal, and then gave student access to it. And I can give you access to one of my portals right now to see some of my online courses. I'll give you maybe lifetime access. We can do that. So if you can give me your email address, right, I can give you access to one of my courses right now. And you take a look at it. So let me do this. Add you to my CRM. So someone wants to try. Just give me your email, and I'll give you access to one of my portals, and you can see some of my online courses. You logged into my portal now. Anyone? Okay. Email. SEYI. FEU, right? L. Okay. Okay. Sheyi Fumi, right? Akinshola. At what? at yahoo.com. Okay, so first name is Shay. No, his last name is let's say Akinshola. Okay. Add it to one of my lists. We'll call it webinar. Okay, so I will just use a placeholder for now. I do, so I can just edit that. Okay, so added. Okay, so this is Fumi Akinshola. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go to my membership, select one of them, and give you access to my academy. I think I have about 18 online courses there, the big library, and then give you bronze access and give you 365 days. So that's a year access, and then add. So now you should have an email. Okay, so you should have another one that gives you a login detail with a URL to log in. Yeah, got it. Good. So sign in and have a look at the portal. And basically, this is what I do. Now, so log into it, look at the content. This is basically a technology where a university would give students access to their portal and say you have a library of content. And you can do that on your own. And that's the world that we live in. That as experts, you can coach people, you can train them without even meeting them. This is how I was able to sell more than 100,000 online courses, more than 22 online courses to 100,000 students globally. At some point, what I did was if I went to Facebook, and I used Facebook to do that. So I set my ads up on Facebook, send them to a landing page, and I just enter Africa, I enter the continent, Europe, and put some money behind it. During COVID, it was very interesting for us because people were looking to learn more than ever. And every day we were selling at least 150 copies of our online course daily. So during COVID, we didn't fire any employees. In fact, we had the employees come. Some people came to the office and stayed in the office during COVID. And we're just there, having coffee, eating, sleeping, waking up, and doing work. Because we were actively in business. So how do you sell your knowledge? That's the big question. How do you document it? How do you put it together and sell it globally? What do you need? Maybe you might want to make a list, but I've made a short list of at least 5 items that you can put together. The first thing you're going to need is obviously the content. You need to decide on the form. Are you going to write a book? Is it going to be an ebook? Is it going to be an online course? I prefer online courses because there is a visual element to it. You can see me, right? And it feels like you're interacting with me. And that helps you to build a personal brand really quickly as well. So you can record video content. I love video content. The next thing you need to do is you need to have a gated community like this. So a gated community is a sign-up page, a sign-in page that looks like this. Email, password. And as you can see, this is hosted on Softlink. So it's a membership portal, but this is the aspect. So this, if you clicked on that link, it should take you to something like this, right? A similar page where you can sign in, where your students can sign in. The top thing you need is a landing page. So basically, a landing page is something like this. So now a landing page would have one thing, and well, a few things, but the most important is that you'd have a video on the landing page. You have an headline that talks about what the landing page is about, a subheadline to give more context. You have a video, and then you have a call to action button, which is the button that, when they click on it, they can make payment and checkout. Softlink provides that. So now, that's the third thing you need. The fourth thing you need is then you need to decide, where will I get audience? How do I sign up students? Traffic, 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 traffic. That's it for business. Any business without traffic will die. That's it. So how do you get people visiting this page? You can organize events, free events, share with people and let them know that this is an opportunity. And you can sign students up. You can run newspaper ads. You can run TV ads. But the most effective is to run pay-per-click ads. Because you can sit in your room, go on Facebook or Google, upload the advert video that you've recorded, put it on YouTube, and basically put some money behind it, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, target the specific people that you want. And they begin to see that ads in a few hours once the ad is approved. It's not rocket science, it's simple. The fifth thing you need is an advert video, because those platforms would request that you have content. And the best content is to have a video. And what does this advert video, what's it? How does it work? What does it look like? Let me show you one advert video and then maybe do a breakdown of it to you. So I'm going to show you one of my advert videos. Okay. My name is Daniel Foley. Okay, so this is the landing page video, and this is an advert video. I lost my dad when I was 14, and it looked like all hope was lost. 5 years after I picked up his camera, this camera to be specific, and then I started my photography and videography business. But sadly, it was only students from primary school who couldn't even afford 200 naira to pay for passport that showed up in nearly, in months after opening the office. These were very tough times for me. And then after some time, I prayed to God, and God instructed me that I should move to Lagos. Within 3 months of establishing my business on the internet and marketing, my business bloomed. I photographed celebrity weddings. I did documentary films for Kindness in New York. I started my digital marketing agency. Became the #1 most sought after photographer in Nigeria, wedding photographer. We started an affiliate SMA clinic in 2019, and in 12 months, we have over 2,000 members. I know you may have bought other programs, you may have gone for other trainings, but I assure you, this will be your last bus stop to online marketing success. This bundle includes 8 different courses: how to run profitable Facebook ads, how to run profitable Instagram ads, social media content creation, social media marketing strategy. I'm going to teach you my own social media marketing strategy, and I'm going to give you my marketing formula. It's called the CTTF formula. Photography with your smartphone, video production with your smartphone, how to create, script, and edit videos with your smartphone. Now, everything in the online marketing space revolves around content and marketing. Click the learn more button now to get this offer. So that's a 2-minute video that shares your story and tells them what the offer is about, and then asks them to click. So there's a call to action at the end of the video to say, click this button. Otherwise, people won't take action. And then you send them to that landing page that I showed to you. You put an ad out, and that's it. You get people signing up for your course. Now, some will make payments, some will not. But the good thing is you have their data, and you can always remarket to them. So how do you stand out? Because what I often hear is that, well, if I record a course, why are they going to buy it? Why is someone going to buy it? There's obviously something like that on YouTube, and someone else might have recorded a similar course or created a similar. It's like saying someone has written a strategy book, and there's no need to write any other book on strategy. So a friend of mine recently asked me, he said, okay, I'm a sales guy. I can help businesses with sales. And I want to record a course on sales and stuff. But why is anyone else going to buy my course? It's right here in this room, right? And hopefully he's going to get his answer now. I think that they were just played tennis. And we needed to run. It was going to catch a meeting, so we didn't conclude. So, but today he's going to have his answer. He's already smiling. So now, the first thing is unique insight. That's the first thing you need, a unique insight in a subject matter. And this is very important. Let me give an example. There are many dentists in the world, right? But there are many dental practices that are failing, that are not doing well, not turning over. But yet, in that same industry, there is a dentist that is succeeding. And the insight it might have is how he acquires customers. So it goes to a specific place, talks to a client in a specific way, and it gets customers and gives them a particular price point. There are many care homes, many care businesses. And the way they close clients, there are some that are failing and there are some that are succeeding. There are many photographers. There are photographers today who have clients and some that do not, just because of a few things that they're doing right or they're doing wrong. So if you're succeeding as an expert in any field, there is a unique insight that you have. Don't take it for granted. So sometimes we just, casualize it and say, well, maybe everybody knows that. No, not everybody knows that. So you can put your unique insight together as a product. And I always say, lead with it. There are other things that are important, but do not lead with the generic knowledge. So everyone will tell you there are different ways to get into real estate. Some will tell you buy, refurbish and sell. Some will say take a bank loan. Some will say do not take a bank loan. Look for properties in this kind of locations. Everybody has their models. And that model is the unique insight that you have. So think about what you do today and say, what is it that I know? A tiny thing. It's usually a very tiny thing. And others do not, or others may not. And then you record a video about that and say, let me give an example. So if you run a business, perhaps this is why you're failing at it. It might be because of how you acquire customers. If you don't acquire enough customers, or if you don't generate enough attention or generate enough leads, you're just not going to have enough clients to service. So what am I doing? I'm tackling the aspect of the lead generation. Someone else will say, any business with a bad strategy is going to fail sooner or later. You can face the strategy aspect. Another person can say, what if you have a brand that attracts the right people to you? How do you build a personal brand and use that to leverage success in business? 3 different angles, similar topics. They're trying to fix the same problem, grow your business, but they have different insights. So if you have a unique insight on a subject, then you can succeed. The second thing is your story. Your story is key. What is it that you've done before? What have you been through? We are all who we are because of our lived experience, usually, and the things that we learn. So you might find that just by saying, I started as a photographer, I ran a marketing agency, and now I'm building technology, people might just be interested. There might be someone else out there that looks at that and says, oh, this is exactly my story. I'm trying to change my career from, maybe a photographer. And I can tell you how to succeed in building technology because I've done it. That might be my story, and someone else is connected to that story. That person is going to prefer to learn from me than from anyone else. So what's your story? Many of us are not telling our stories enough. Maybe we know it and we haven't even expressed it anywhere. Do you have a website? Is your story on your website? Can people connect to you by going to your website and reading your story? Because people build unique connection based on your story. If you can share that, right, and you have your unique insight. The third thing I'd share is your method. Your method. We all have our method. So there's a book I'm writing. It's called Method, Markets, and Messaging, and how business method can be the difference between failure and success. I'll give you a very classic example. If you look at Zoom and Google Meet. Google Meet, it's not the first time Google is doing video calling. They've tried Google Hangout. They've tried other platforms and they failed. Google Hangout failed. They tried it. Why did it fail? It was until Zoom succeeded that the guys at Google realized just the tiny thing, the method of Zoom, and said, what? This is what we should have done. What did Zoom do? Google Meet was trying to build a platform where people can come and have conversations. They were thinking about it like a platform. People did not need a platform. What Zoom did was that you could create a meeting and generate a link. Send that link to someone and the person can dial in immediately. It was just the link. That's why Zoom worked. That was Zoom's method. So the guys at Google saw it and said, oh, people just needed to generate links, not sign up and create accounts and download an app. They didn't need that. It was just link. And they immediately did what? Created Google Meet. It was a very tiny version, just generate a link rapidly and share it. And that was it. So it took some time, but it was because the guys at Google saw that that was the method. Why is Harvard, Stanford, these institutions, why do people want to do their MBA there? It's because they have a different style of teaching. The case method, where instead of sitting people down and telling them about what's written in the book, they use a case method in the classroom, real scenarios that would have happened, and people learn better in that scenario. That's Harvard's method. So as a professional, as an expert, all you need to do is put your method in a box and document it. So I call my method in content marketing the CTTF formula: content, trust, traffic, funnel. If you do those 4 things right, you will succeed online. If you can create the right content, if you can build trust, and you can use traffic, get the right traffic, and then funnel. You set up the right funnel. You can succeed in marketing your business. You can literally grow anything that way. Anything, including growing a business without taking venture capital. So I hope you're still following me. So if you can have your method, you have your story, you build your brand, get the right traffic. The last step is your funnel, your website, and your landing page. Who has a personal brand website here? Do you have a website, a personal brand website for yourself? You do. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, you do. Okay. Who would like to create a website, a personal brand website for themselves? You want to create a new one? Okay, maybe Softlink can show you how to. Okay, for different businesses. Excellent. So maybe you try Softlink today, take it for a spin just after this presentation, and then you can get a website. Anyone else want to create a website? You want to? You want to? Great. Okay, you want to. Excellent. So you can try out Softlink and build a website. Now, do you know what a sales funnel is or a landing page? Okay. A landing page is typically like a website, and that's the last thing you need. You're going to need a landing page. Now, it's quite interesting how a landing page works. The key difference here is that unlike a website where you can navigate, a landing page has no navigation. It's been taken out. So there's no place to click to. Okay, you need to run. All right, thank you. So you can't dial in anywhere, log in you can only do one thing on this landing page, and that is maybe 2. That is to scroll and click a button. It's got a big call to action button and no navigation. This is the key difference between a landing page and a website. Now, this is important when you're selling online because people are busy. If you have the navigation, they'll click on it and they click away. They don't take action. If you want people to take action, give them only one action to take, and that is click the button, because that's the most important action. So if you have a landing page and you're trying to sell something online, don't send the traffic to your website, send the traffic to a landing page. So if you do these 5 things correctly, you record your content, you create a website, you create a landing page, you set up an ad, you can basically change people's lives. You can add AI to whatever you do today and train people on how to improve their work. Now, what's the biggest hurdle that you have to doing this? Now, it sounds good. Well, maybe it doesn't sound good. Does it sound good? Okay. So what's the biggest hurdle you might have to doing this? Okay. Anyone else? But time. Time to do what?
Piece all this together and to invest the time to do all this. If you've got other things that you're doing, some people might have kids, some people might have businesses they're running, so yeah, time is my biggest problem.
Okay. Anyone else?
What's the end game?
The money.
What's the purpose?
What's the purpose? The end game.
What's the end game?
Okay.
After all of this,
Yes.
to what end?
Okay, I'll share some examples here. I'll give you some ideas on what the end can be. It's for profit, okay, but it's also doing good. There are many people, okay, we'll come there. Many of us want to be great, but not many people want to do good. But we can achieve both by doing good. We can do good and do well. And that's what I'm going to show us how to do today. I'll come back to the issue of time. Anyone else? What's the biggest hindrance to doing this, to building a personal brand, to sharing your knowledge with someone else? Yourself. Okay. How? To truly believe that you can impact other people. Okay, that's a coaching element to it. Okay, self-doubt, is it? Just yourself. Anyone else? I see. Good. Conveying what you want to communicate, right? Properly. Looking at the camera, right? Or speaking to the camera, or speaking to an audience. Interesting. You know, it's quite interesting. That's why I like the physical interaction, because you get to see. I didn't even think about some of these things. Anyone else? The motivation to do it. Wow.
I have the tools, I have the time, I know what to do. Just can't motivate myself.
Accountability. Okay. So motivation. Good. Anyone else wants to share? I think this is really robust. You said what? Procrastination. Okay, I see. Procrastination. Excellent. Okay. The ideas overwhelm you. You have too many ideas. You maybe don't even know the one to pick. Yes. Okay. Okay, great. So let me share with you. Today, we're launching something. We're calling it the Experts Program by Softlink. Now, what the Experts Program is a convergence of all our skill sets as an organization and the manpower that we have, using that resource to back experts to be able to share their knowledge with the world. Because we know that for some people, it's the content. They don't have time to create the content. For some, it's the time. For some, it's just in fitting everything together. Where do I start from? And that's why this is a big hurdle and hindrance to people actually sharing their knowledge and trying to impact the world. If you look at it in the grand scheme of things, when we look at how we train our kids and how we help our friends and how we mentor our colleagues at work and how we help people get results, we're delivering even sometimes better value than some universities deliver today. We're transforming people's lives more than some institution around the world. So what that means is that one single individual with expertise and a goodwill is just as powerful as a university and can make an impact just as a university. Now I have on this portal, as you can see, I have 3 portals, and on one of my portals, I have about 20,000 students. So if I check my list here, my leads, as you can see, okay, so this is 12 leads, and that's because I'm sorting in Kenya, right? These are 12 students in Kenya. So if I check Sierra Leone, for instance, I can see all my students in Sierra Leone, 6 of them. If I check Belgium, Liberia, Benin, Niger, Jamaica, but if I close all of this, and the interesting thing is that what Softlink also does is that on each student, we have what is called data enrichment. Now, what data enrichment means is that you can tell where your students are, but not only can you tell, you can also tell the device they use, you can tell their cities, you can tell the kind of smartphones they use, whether it's a Samsung or an Apple, and you can sort based on that. So let me show you something interesting. So I can search by state, or I can search by device name. So if I search device name, is iPhone, Motorola, Asus, Sony, right? OnePlus. So if I check Samsung, right? So I can decide to click on Samsung and search. And I can see the amount of my students, right, using Samsung. So I can search by Apple, I can search by location. Now, if I come back to default here, you can see that in this portal, okay, so I'll close all of this. I have about 20,000 students here. Now, how do you launch and what's the experts program? We're going to put together our skill sets. We'll create and launch a personal brand website, an online course, a 2,000 to 5,000 pounds coaching offer, a high converting sales funnels, all done for you in 90 days. So you're going to get coaching and accountability from the team. You're going to create an online course, which means video recorded. We're going to build your personal brand website, set up your funnels, set up an iTicket coaching consulting program, and launch it for you in 90 days. Now, what this means is that Ayo, who probably doesn't have the time, is basically going to walk to our studio. We'll book an appointment, 1 or 2 hours, right? We walk down to the studio after we've structured his course and his content, and we've agreed on exactly what he wants to do, because there's going to be a coaching element to it, and film the entire course. Now, we'll set up the cameras, we'll set up the lights, set up the mic. We'll just walk in, record. And then after the recording is done, our team will take that, do all the editing, put the graphics, do the subtitling, everything. And then the same team will pass it to our marketing team, and they'll host it on Softlink for him, which means he has his membership portal set up. The same team is going to build his website. The same team is also going to launch his course to the market, which means he's recorded an advert video, he's recorded a landing page video, we've edited it. Our team is going to do Ayo a personal brand photography, because as a personal brand, you're going to need photos. So we'll do a personal branding session for him, which is photo shoot in the experts program, and launch Ayo as an expert in his field without him doing anything more than showing up. So all Ayo has to do is show up to a weekly coaching call once a week, show up to the studio to film the content, and that's it. So the issue of time is gone. Self-belief, very important. And sometimes we often think that we all need to have this belief ourselves. Maybe we don't. Maybe sometimes we can glean from what others have done. That's it. They say you're who you look at. So if you look at someone or spend time with people, you can glean from the belief of others. You have that one friend sometimes that motivates you. And you can say, look, this my friend. If I look at what he does, I'm always inspired. Can you take some inspiration from your friend? Can you take some inspiration from your coach? I have coaches who coach me on launching technology businesses. Some of the decisions I've made. In fact, the onboarding process you're going to experience today was basically, I had a coach who worked with me on it. His name is Danny. And I and Danny sat down together and they said, this is what I think it should look like. Let's try this. And we tried a couple of things. And Danny was able to coach me to do what I'm doing, some of what I'm doing today. So what it means is that sometimes finding a good coach can be the difference between, not believing in yourself and actually getting stuff done. So let's talk about the financial aspect. JP Morgan is saying that this coaching business by 2025 is going to be worth more than $75 billion globally. Now, personally, in revenue, I have done more than 300,000 pounds in revenue selling online courses alone. In fact, when I was actively marketing my courses weekly, Stripe was paying me about 3,000, 4,000 pounds, sometimes 1,800 every week, sometimes 2,000, sometimes 3,000 weekly in payouts. And that was just passively from online courses alone. Now, my coaching aspect is about 5,000 to 10,000 pounds, depending if I want to coach people one-on-one to get things done. And I've done good from that as well. Now, this is why I've been able to build a technology business without taking venture capital. You can do it. If you can sell more of what you know, you don't need external funding. You just need to find more customers. But if you have the skill to acquire the right customers anywhere they might be in the world, as I've shown you today, I basically go on Facebook and target all manners of countries. And I can get students, as long as I put my video together, share with them what I want to share, and say, this is what you're going to learn. This is what the outcome is going to be for you. People take action, and they're there online, just waiting to meet you. What does this mean? In the UK, people are willing to invest an average of £2,000 to £15,000 for personal coaching, depending on what they're trying to achieve. So if you're a C-suite executive, for example, you might be willing to invest £10,000 on how to become the director of a company. If you can find a director in that line to coach you to do that. So depending on the industry you're working, there are people willing to invest £2,000 to £3,000 or £2,000 to £5,000 to change their careers. There are people who are out there, they're working in the warehouses today. They know that the robots are coming. They don't even enjoy the warehouse work. There are people who don't enjoy what they do today, and they're willing to switch their career. The question is, will you be the right person to help them switch? Now, what should you do? It's called the hybrid model. So what is the hybrid model? The hybrid model is when you combine an online course with a coaching program. So what this means is that, because the concern is you're probably wondering, oh, how am I going to invest all my time coaching someone else or group coaching people to get results? But you don't have to invest all your time. What you need to do is look at everything they need to learn. You record it in an online course, put it in a portal. And then that becomes part of your onboarding process. So you give the students access to the online course. There's certain things they will learn by themselves and certain things that you will coach them on. So you basically meet each student weekly and say, this is what we're trying to achieve. So you create a timeline. We're going to achieve A to B. Now, in the experts program, we're actually going to help you structure your offer. And that's another thing that we're going to do. And if you can show people, we'll start from here, and this is where we're going to end. You can truly get them to commit to their own personal growth, right? And talking about the money, if you had 2 students or 2 people pay you £2,000 each monthly to get coached by you, the question is, would that add any value to you? Is that worth it for you? If you can consistently find 2 people, just 2 in this big world, pay you £2,000 each every month to get coached by you, do you think that's worth it for you? And what you're investing in coaching them is about, give or take, 4 hours every week. Can you invest 4 hours weekly or weekends, which is, give or take, 16 hours in a month? Yes. Can you? Can you? You can. Okay. Now, is that worth it for you? Exactly. So if you think about that, you find out that it's not rocket science. You can create a coaching program, record an online course, sell the online course passively on its own, or embed a coaching aspect to it. Okay, there's another one on the table. So you can combine that and create a coaching program. So thinking about this, the experts program, do you think that if we build your personal brand website, if we record and edit and host your online course, if we build your landing page and sales funnel for the course, if we have a team write your ad scripts for you, basically, you don't have to conjure the ad script yourself. We write the ad script, you have a teleprompter, right, in front of the camera. Can you read what's on the teleprompter and deliver that ad script with confidence? We record and edit 2 advert videos for you. We set up your YouTube or Facebook ads for you. So you don't have to learn how to do Facebook and YouTube. We already have people who can do that in-house. And then we coach you for 3 months to execute. And guess what? We give you 1 year software license to use Softlink to do this. Do you think this can help you launch as an expert? Anyone? Ayo, is this going to solve the problem of time?
Yes, it's going to solve a lot of the problems of time, definitely.
What question do you have? So this is going to solve it. Okay. Yeah.
For those who are into business or physical products,
Yeah.
so let's say you have this physical product, let's say you're a fashion designer, you sell clothes, or you're a jeweler, you sell jewelry.
Yes.
Apart from selling courses,
Yes.
can your business model be promoted or be built on Softlink?
100%. Yes.
And
That's
that's to both the social media space and also other like a B2B
yeah.
connections.
Yes. Absolutely. So
Because for what you've been explained, I was thinking maybe someone who has a personal brand that he wants to build a course. So I was trying to understand if it's just limited to just building or selling a course instead of
e-commerce.
E-commerce.
Oh no. So yeah, we've been speaking about digital products. You know, a lot of about career and how AI is going to impact industries. But Softlink will deliver on e-commerce, which is websites, right, and also deliver on hosting content. As you can see, Softlink has inbuilt, right? You can create websites, you can build landing pages, you can host online courses, and you can send emails. So if you want to send emails to your customers, Softlink will do that for you, right? So it takes care of e-commerce businesses as well as digital businesses. Any questions? Okay, so any questions on being an expert? Now that you've seen that it's possible, doable, and I hope that we've been able to take out the frictions. Your friction is accountability, right? You have the time, you have the skill set, you're confident on camera, but you just don't have the motivation to do it. Do you think that the experts program can help? Good. Do you have any questions about it? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I can key
into one.
Yes.
It's got to be the one in which you're most interested in, or the one you believe can serve people the most. Because sometimes, why do we sell online courses? Why do we launch coaching programs? Yes, there's financial reasons, but there's also the gratification of helping someone, which is doing good. So if you decide that this is what I feel will help the person next to me, or I can help people achieve this result, then that's the one, and get satisfied from it, right? Good. And that's it. So what do we do from here? First, I'm going to round up here and we can experience the solution yourself. I always say, go to the computer, please build a website. Just say, build me a website for my business. This is what I do, and follow the prompt. And you can have a website instantly right now. Now, if you think that you want to take this further and you want us to have a conversation around your coaching program, the experts program, you scan this QR code, right? And it's going to take you to a calendar. And on that calendar, you can book a 30-minute meeting to discuss your expert project or to discuss your project at all. So if you have a business you want to launch, if you think that you want the expert program, you want to, have someone coach you, have a team record your online course, set up your website, set up your landing page, set up this entire system for you. We call it the digital real estate, where you have an entire online system that is able to make you money when you want and able to onboard people and deliver service to them. Then please scan this QR code. It will take you to a calendar and you can discuss with my team and we can take it further. To it. Obviously there is. So there is a cost to the platform and there is a cost to the coaching program. Now, speaking about the cost, most programs like this, let me tell you what happens. that you can see online. They're going to coach you. They probably have classes that are going on that you have to join. And they will charge you about 10,000 or 15,000 pounds to launch an iTicket coaching program or to launch an online course, if you've seen those kind of programs. Now, what they are not going to do is that they are most likely not going to give you the software because they don't have it. Because what makes the Experts program unique is that it's a combination of content, coaching, software, and marketing. So there is a tech that we've dealt with because we built the tech. We create the content because we have a marketing team. We have a marketing team that can help you set up a campaign because we have people who can do that. And then we have coaches who can coach you to launch. I've been there, I've done that, I've done it 22 times. In fact, I launched my online courses, some of them before recording them. And I sell them on pre-order. So I tell you, the price when it launches is going to be about $50. But if you pay for this course now, you get it at $20 and people pay. And I've not recorded the course at all. I launched an online course, entrepreneurship online course like that recently, just in January. It's called the Borderless Entrepreneurship. So you can do that, but you have to have built a brand, I think, for people to be able to trust you and commit to your program, to your programs before you even launch them. So yes. Now, what we are going to do is that we're going to create the content, we're going to set up the marketing, give you the software, and coach you to launch. And we're going to do that at £5,000 within 3 months, which means in 90 days, you're going to have a digital real estate that you can sell, either in terms of online course or sell your coaching program, and obviously recover that, right, within that space of time as soon as we launch. And we're going to launch in the next 60 days. So the 4 weeks, the final 4 weeks of the coaching program is for validation. We call it the validation exercise, where by the 60 days, we've launched the program. Basically, we've started your YouTube videos, and we're looking at what's going on in the funnel. So people are making payment. While they're making payment, you are onboarding your new students, and we're asking, how do we optimize? So the 4 weeks is the last 4 weeks is for learning and optimization. So in 90 days, you can basically launch an online course and launch a high-ticket coaching program with the BAMS program at £5,000, and you have the software. Now, there are platforms today that will bill you just £5,000 to set things like this up for the software alone, not even the coaching, not the content. Do you think that's fair? Yes. Okay. Any other question? Anyone else? Okay. Thank you very much. Sincere appreciations for joining us today. So let's experience Softlink. Let's network. Let's interact. And let's have lunch. Thank you. Thanks, babe. Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, the picture was gone. I think the battery, but I just can't get it. Oh yeah. So it will be. Wait, it says why did you remember was not completely covered? Okay, enter. Yeah, so I think if you just pressed enter, enter. Okay. So we're still live, yeah? Yeah, it's still live. Okay, so our video is back. Hello? Yeah, what's up? Where are you? Okay, let me come and meet you. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Yo, everyone, right? What's up, babe? Yeah, let's take this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
On the table there. Small chops. You can leave it and ask people to come and take. So please, thank you. Yeah. Hi. How you doing?
Remember me?
Customer.
Oh, I work with your wife, this
Oh, what's the name?
Francis.
Oh, you're Francis.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Fine, fine.
Good.
Where is she?
Thank you for coming. She just came in. Now, how long have you been here?
It's 30 minutes or so.
About 30 minutes. Yes. Thank you for coming.
Nice presentation, Daddy.
So what?
Nice presentation.
Oh, thank you. How you doing?
I'm fine, I'm fine.
All right. So please join interact with people. Good. Yeah. So yes. Can you please help me get people to try the solution there on the screen? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So sign up. Yeah. So just sign up. Let me see the screen. Good. Bye. Yeah.
Start sharing food.
Yes. So yes, telling people to. Yes, Africa. So can we? Yes. Can we? Thank you so much. Thank you. So can we put this here as well? Yes. So this is my wife. Have you met her? Madam, thank you so much. Did you enjoy it? Yes, says so. Oh yeah. Please grab lunch. Yeah. So you can even go in if you want. So you can just put this here. Let me get people to take lunch. Babe, is this you? Okay. Yeah, let's put it there. Put it there so you can just put it. Okay, so please, can you grab lunch? Just grab some canopies. Grab lunch. The baby.
Rọra touch mi, mo ní sensor.
Sensor kini, sensor with the kò ṣiṣẹ́ ní báyìí o. Okay, can we please grab some canopies there, please?
Well done. I started by watching the. Thank you for sending the link.
Online, right?
And I also sent to my wife.
Where did you see it? Did I send it to you directly? Oh yes, I did.
Sent to me. So I came to my wife. Mike wanted her to come. I think the first time she would have met you.
Yeah.
She was. I wouldn't say she's locked out. Because she's walking.
Yeah.
I was showering and getting ready and all that.
Yeah.
At least she has seen it online. I know Mike
Okay.
Thank you. Oh,
For you and
she not come now.
It doesn't matter.
yes, you.
Please kindly help yourself to some canopies there and drink.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Abby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll hang around a little bit.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, but help yourself to some canopies, yeah.
Oh, I'm okay, but yeah.
Try it. You might enjoy it. Did you enjoy the event?
Really good.
Okay. Good.
It's like a big thing to be doing as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. How long have you been doing obviously, like the website and everything?
Yeah. The Softlink, the technology, 4 years.
Oh wow, okay. So
Yeah.
4 years and you've got to this point. That's like amazing. Yeah. That's what you get. Minus things and the hard work. Yeah, that's cool.
It's continuous hard work. It doesn't end here. This is just the launch.
That's it.
Okay.
It's for my YouTube channel.
Okay.
But so you're the event organizer.
Yeah.
Talk me through the event. Like, what inspired? Do you do this regularly, or is it just the first one in the UK, or have you always done this?
Okay. Thank you very much. So what we're doing here today is discussing the impact of AI, and at the same time showing people how they can use Softlink.ai, which is our own AI solution to build their website, build their landing page, build their e-commerce store, and their sales funnels.
Okay.
Right. And then how do they use this and the combination of it to build an online web experience? You know, and we have screens here. I'm sure you must have seen the screens around.
Yeah.
So people can walk up to it and basically say, "I'm a photographer. Can you build me a 5-page website?"
Okay.
And the AI solution will deliver on that in like 60 seconds. Now, this is something that used to take weeks to get done, right? And we brought it down to not even minutes, but seconds. So that's it. This is the first one because we officially just launched today to discuss about this event. But of course, we've had different events as a company, teaching businesses how to run their business online. But in terms of launching the AI builder, AI software builder, this is the first thing. And we hope to have another event much later in a few months from now.
Okay. Yeah. So what? So you have to sum up.
Yeah.
So if you have to sum up what a Softlink is,
Yes.
What exactly is Softlink.ai?
Good question. So because what Softlink does is not just website building, right? Softlink does that and it does that well. But behind Softlink is an entire ecosystem of applications.
Okay.
So the first one again is the membership portal, which means on Softlink you can host a gated membership portal, which is where your students can log into what your online course.
Right. Yeah.
You can host and sell an online course on Softlink, right, and have a membership portal to it.
Okay.
The other thing is you have the CRM solution, which is inbuilt.
Yeah.
So what it means is that you have a customer relationship manager inbuilt. You can send emails to your customers. So there's an entire email marketing solution as well.
Right. Yeah.
You can set programmatic emails and you can send newsletters directly from the app. The other thing you can do with Softlink is you can receive payments. Right, to receive online payments, you can create products, both digital and physical products, right, and get payments from customers. So there's a lot.
So payment from all over the world,
Anywhere in the world. So you can get payments with Stripe. You can get payments with Stripe is global, USD. You can get payments with Flutterwave. You can integrate with Paystack. Paystack. And then we have our own inbuilt payment solution as well, which we call the Softlink wallet that users can use. So even if you're a free user, you can use the wallet and start receiving payments instantly.
Okay, so you are entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
And entrepreneurs solve problems for profitable.
Yeah.
So you had experience in multiple countries.
Yes.
So do you mind to share your experience of what does it mean to be an entrepreneur, maybe in Nigeria and maybe in the UK as well, in terms of I don't know.
Having a global perspective.
Yeah. So in terms of like maybe government support, maybe infrastructure, So let's just go for it.
I think you've said it all. That entrepreneurs solve problems for profit. But let's start from problems, because you as an entrepreneur, your job in the world is basically to solve problems, human problems, to get people to pay for it and to create jobs. Right. If you can do those three things well and build enterprises that create valuable jobs, then you succeeded as an entrepreneur. Now, in terms of having the global perspective, I think that entrepreneurs first, you have to look at context when you're trying to do anything. You have to look at where you are, which is whether where you live or where you work. It doesn't matter where it is. You have to understand the people and understand their problems and take that into account to build a solution. Now, there are solutions that can scale globally. So let me give an example. A good example is like Google email, right? You can create an email account from anywhere in the world. It just scales globally. And I can send an email. If I have your email address, I can send an email to any email anywhere in the world. Okay? You don't need to do anything. Just create the email platform, let people create their emails, and that's a global product. But let's look at the case of Netflix, for example. Netflix naturally is a kind of platform that should be able to scale globally. But there's something called the content globalization, which you must have noticed with Netflix today. Is the fact that a film recorded in Mexico, right? You can subtitle it or recorded in Spanish, right? Can be subtitled to English and can be enjoyed all over the world. Which is the subtitling is the content globalization I get. That is, I pick a content from Nigeria or Spain, right? And then put that content on my platform and let the entire world watch it. So there needs to be
with a lot of Nollywood movies that go on Netflix.
So there needs to be a tiny twist to make it global. However, look at the product like ours, Softlink. Website creation is a global problem. Everyone, globally, people need to, create online courses and share knowledge. And so we have created a platform for people to share their knowledge, right? And also build their brand online by creating websites. And we've made it so simple. You literally have to just go to a screen and say, this is my business name, right? And can you create a 5-page website for me? And it does all the content for you.
So
and
it already knows whether it's a photography business
exactly.
or business.
Yes, you answer a few questions and it just creates that website for you. So that's a naturally global product. But the other element that we can infuse, which is in trying to globalize our idea, and we're rolling this out in the next few weeks, is subtitling, sort of, which is language. So ability to query our solution in a different language, whether Spanish, right, or French, right, or any other language for that matter, and ability for your website to be created in that same language as well. So we're rolling this out.
That really knows what it's talking about. You can talk all day about it. Let's just finish with artificial intelligence. Talk about artificial intelligence. Whatever, just feel free. Talk about anything. You want to talk about artificial intelligence, and then that finish it.
I think speaking about AI, right? Most people know that AI is powerful. Right. Elon Musk said AI is more dangerous than nuke. Right. And that's a big statement to make.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what most people don't know is why exactly is AI really powerful?
Yeah.
It's because we're experiencing something right now. We are in the fourth industrial revolution.
Revolution, yeah.
And what the fourth industrial revolution is coming with is the convergence of technology.
Mm-hmm.
This is where all technologies will come together. It's never happened before since the existence of mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have 5G, you have Internet of Things,
Mm-hmm.
you have supercomputers, you have artificial intelligence, you have robotics, you
Yeah.
have virtual, you have augmented reality,
yeah.
you have virtual reality, all coming together. That is, you can create products that uses this technology together, which means I can take ChatGPT and put ChatGPT in a robot.
Wow.
And give that robot, the augmented reality devices, or have some optics in that robot, and can even create holographs with that.
Wow.
Right, with the same robot, and actually design this robot to perform specific tasks. Now that is powerful, right? Connect that same robot to a 5G network, and that robot is literally limitless.
Wow.
Now, this is what we're experiencing. Yes, it's going to be a completely new world. The handwriting is on the wall, right? It's going to transform industry, warehouse businesses, care homes, photography, barbering salon. Any business you can think of will be transformed with AI. So the question is, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Right.
What
We have decided what we're going to do about it as a company, because we know 4 things. First is that AI will take millions of jobs away. Millions of people around the world will need to change their career.
Mm-hmm.
But we also know that AI will create new businesses.
Yeah.
Right. And we also know that AI will create new jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So we are thinking in Softlink that how can we empower people to start new businesses faster and scale them faster? What kind of technology can we create? How can we help people to build websites faster? How can we help people to build funnels faster?
Yeah.
How can we help people to host their online courses, better and faster?
Mm.
The other thing is, how can we then also empower people to become experts and help others change their careers and get new jobs?
Wow.
So that way, we're accelerating the 2 positives of AI, which is building, new businesses and also changing career and getting new jobs. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. Wow. You've really done well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Get something to.
Thank you for coming.
No, my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Your flight, when is it? 3.
No, 10 p.m. But I'm going
Yeah,
there.
your coach is right. Are you leaving now?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
So that's it.
What did you say? Oh, yeah. Have you had some? Oh, it's there. It's there. Small chops. All sort of chicken and pop and all. Ah, okay. Did you see her? My wife, you met her, right? Oh, she's outside. She's with. Yeah, she's with Okwe right now. I saw them just now. They were going together. I don't know whether Okwe took some, but at least you can have this. Yes, so you just munch on them when you're on the phone. Yes, and then you can have some of this. Another one in your bag. Let me take 2. Good. All right. So on the coach, just okay. Chief.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Nice one.
Appreciate it. Have you had something?
Yeah.
Have
My
you?
food is even inside my microwave. I don't want to make noise. I tried to honey it. I went inside. I was thinking of carrying the whole
This is
microwave.
my elder brother.
Boss.
Do you look at
Well done, sir.
Bobola is the student union. That's Bobola there. Yes, it's with the student union. Yes, you look very different from that picture there. Yeah.
When I was still calm before they started using it.
Well, you see that. Something.
Like 3.
You want to run, yeah?
No, I'm actually waiting around for Ogo. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope they're not in a rush. You go.
Okay.
Okay, great. So we're wrapping up. We should be away by 2 p.m. thereabout. Thank you so much for coming. Did you enjoy the event?
Yeah, I really did. Yeah.
Did you create a website?
Did I create a website? No, I haven't yet.
You should try it.
No,
You should. Yeah.
the other one.
Yes.
But one question when we're discussing the host, are you going to when you want to try?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yes, try it.
The hosting, the maintenance, and
Everything is on Softlink.
So you don't need to outsource a part of it to
Anybody.
anybody. Oh. Then you can see upload, let's say, like the one I'm talking about e-commerce, you can see upload your designs,
Your products.
your products, and payments can be made through the site,
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
So I think I'm also part of today's students. Yeah. I pick some things actually, and I'm also ready to develop. But in the area of photography, how can I go?
Okay, if you want to let the skill or the marketing of the business.
Both.
Okay, good. So
Because, like what you say, there are two aspects I really see. One is if you have the brand, you can exchange. That is where those your courses, I believe,
Yes.
those courses like touch immediately.
Yes.
But if you just want to introduce yourself into trying to create something you really love,
Yes.
trying to learn and
Yes.
protect build your brand,
yes,
I think that one is a more step.
the best way, it's not a step higher. In fact, it's the starting point. The best way to introduce yourself is by adding value to somebody else. When I started building my personal brand, I didn't build a personal brand with photography. If you look at my wedding photography page, just my wedding pictures, you wouldn't even see my photo there. My personal brand was built with an online course. It was one online course I launched, Facebook ads. Hi. Oh, nice to meet you. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, we'll have a chat. Have a chat shortly. So, oh yeah, welcome, Laju. So,
Are you sure it's not working?
what's that? The TV?
The QR code.
No, it will work. If you go, maybe you go closer a bit. Yeah. Okay. So since there was a problem, let me check with my phone. It should work. Is it?
Yeah, I just thought of it. And I'm thinking of what
Checking. Is anybody iPhone chargers here?
iPhone charge.
Is what iPhone?
I don't think your phone is connected to the internet. Though.
It's the normal iPhone.
But still.
Normal iPhone or 15. Is it 15? No.
Yeah, so you can use
No,
my Mac
15.
charger. Just take this out.
You know 15 is different. I have 15 my
The
phone.
battery is still sufficient. This, right?
No.
No.
Oh, not this one.
Older one.
Okay, I have the code.
Yeah, thank you. I'll put that back in for you, actually.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I've just been so busy. Yeah. Intense week for me this week. So, yeah.
It's going on the business side.
It's good actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just in my head, just thinking how.
Thank you for coming. You made it.
How was it?
That's good. It's good. Thank God.
Terrible day for me.
Oh,
To go to yeah,
today.
yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Thank you for coming, and you still made it. You should be rested now.
I can't talk much.
Oh. Yeah. So we have some computers there. You should try them. Right. Just interact with the AI there, if you can, and then we have lunch.
I
So you
can't
have
eat.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
What's that?
Sugar. Yeah.
I'm pro AI. So wow.
You're pro AI. Good. Oh, I do have some of this.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Nice
Let me give you
session.
some to take home. Yeah, take some, please. Let me get some. So,
They're actually from one of the people that did.
oh, she's on the marketing team, not the development team. Yeah. Have you tried the solution?
I tried it. It's
What's it?
not letting it. It won't let me. Because you use my email already.
No, you create an account. Did you
I
create an
tried to
account?
create an account. It's saying my name is taken. My email is taken.
Your email is taken
That's what it says.
for you too.
No. We just wanted to try it as one. And
Okay, that's one of the results, I think. But
let's see the result.
so, yeah. So I think this person created something here. I don't know why the screen is off. So, okay, I think I can find. Yeah, it should come on now.
Okay.
Yeah. So what So this is the result. Possibly this person is creating a personal brand. Yeah. All images, everything, content, all written. Pricing. So we even do the pricing for you, right? And then you can just change these figures and say, okay, there's call to action buttons. And what you can do is that you can say, if you need help, for example, you can click on need help. Yeah, so you can click on need help here, and that will take you to the link to book a call. So you can start with AI and complete with human.
The URL will always be your.
No. You change that now. I'll show you. And you can regenerate the result. So if you click on regenerate, it's going to change this for you.
Okay.
And you can go to the edit and publish. So you can go to the editor. And this is the builder. So you can make changes yourself. So a few things you can do is, so let's look at how the builder works. If you click on this button, for example, we have what is called the micro blocks. So it's like Lego. So you just click on, if I click on this guy now, I can move it around easily. You know, yes. And it's just like these Lego blocks. There's a lot of fun to use. Unlike Wix will give you just a blank canvas and you have to figure things out. That's harder. The whole systems like Katra and Kajabi, those ones will give you sections and you have to create sections first and create. We don't do that. Just give them Lego blocks and make it, you know, a lot easier. Yes, you can drag it around and just click on this, change the text, and then you can then publish here and choose your own this. So if you can integrate your custom domain.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. We do all the hosting. You don't need to, you know, bother about hosting on anywhere. It's hosted on AWS, secured. So you can integrate your custom domain, or you can just publish a page and say, let's say email, for example, right? And publish. So you have your website published, and you can click on it here, and website built.
Okay. That's cool. You can do that in a day.
Thank you.
And you know,
And
just dedicate a day to, you know, making it. You can change all the pictures yourself,
everything,
images and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that looks quite great.
Yeah, and you can refresh. So if you wanted to refresh your website look, for example, you can come to this
Come back
here.
to where you.
Yeah, so we have this function here, color theme. So you see it's built based on this theme, all these colors here. So you can change the theme, click apply, and your website looks different instantly. You can change the fonts, right? Select secondary fonts. You have the title, you have font headlines, select the font, all the fonts will change across without, you know, going into one of them individually. And you can come here and you have sections, right? You can, you have, so you can edit section and add a new section. So you have all sorts of sections here. You have the headers, you have hero section. So you can look at all these beautiful sections and drag anyone. You have stages. So you can take any of this section. You can decide, okay, if you want video gallery and add any of these, select it and add it to the page. So different sections, different templates, and we keep adding more weekly.
That's great. That's absolutely brilliant.
No, I'll touch base with you later.
Thank you. So if anyone wants to build a website, just send them my way. Right. And if they want to just start with the AI,
but that's more straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Because you can just keep modifying
yes,
backend
easily. Easily. If in fact your son
this
can do it, your daughter.
Subscription basis.
Yes. So it's £23 per month.
Okay. If you're in the UK, if you're Nigeria.
You know, Nigerians ask me these things. You know this hack. Say Nigeria is cheaper. It's 15,999. 15K 999.
Yes. All right. Okay.
It's arbitrary. Say register me in Nigeria.
Yeah, register me in Nigeria.
Because you won't see that Nigerian pricing page here.
Oh, would I not? Oh, I saw it.
But we're taking it out.
Okay.
No, but this is based on
This is
Yeah, but we can sign you up in Nigeria and then you just log in and use your card in Nigeria to pay. Yes,
Yeah,
that's welcome. Yeah. So, did you book the calendar? Did you book a calendar? This kind of QR code.
I haven't booked.
Oh, did you take a picture of it?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So then
you have it.
yeah. So if you want to launch anything, if you feel that you do want to record an online course, share your knowledge. I can help with all those things.
Yeah, we'll have further conversation.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming. For
See
taking
you
the time.
tomorrow. Are we playing?
I'll play tomorrow. I'm always
yeah,
playing.
yes.
Please come. Oh, you know you just started it again.
Yeah, I'll go there.
You're back fully.
I was in Nigeria for 3 months. So. Yeah, I left in January 1st.
I went to Nigeria. Oh, I spent it was 7 weeks, and people thought I'd run away. You know that you went for 3 months. 3 months.
You just call it every Friday. You still there?
Just make sure.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted.
No. Stop. I mean, we'll have other conversations. The other opportunities.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Take care.
I need stuff as well. I need to do school run. I
Thank you.
took some for my gang at home.
You should. You should. we have more than enough there.
Okay,
Thank you for coming. Did you try the solution?
No, I haven't.
Can you ask
No, I
them
can do
what
it
they
on the
think?
website.
Say, sorry, can you please do a video interview for some of those who could use them?
I-
What do they think?
I did ask a few, but not
on camera.
specifically.
No, ask on camera.
No. I mean, some people are very shy to show their.
Should I grab my camera? We need it. You've tried it, right? What do you think? Don't tell me yet. This man will ask you. Sorry. so don't tell me. Let me grab this. Sorry, one moment. One moment.
Yeah.